Do you ever think about how you show up in the world? Not just what people see, but how they feel when they're around you. The energy you bring. The impact you make just by being who you are. As a coach, and as a human being, frankly, I think about this a lot. For a long time, I honestly believed I didn't matter. It was one of the many stories I created about myself at a pretty young age. It shaped how I saw myself and how I moved through the world. When I look back, that story doesn't make sense anymore. But I definitely understand how I got there. What's interesting is what happened when I let go of that story, when I stopped believing I didn't matter. I began to see all the ways I actually do matter. I started to notice my presence, the ripple effect of how I show up, how I listen, how I speak, and that awareness changed everything. Because when you realize you do matter, something shifts. You start to ask yourself, okay, if I matter, how do I want to show up? It sounds simple. Of course, I want to show up as my best self, grounded, kind, compassionate, present. But here's the truth. My ego plays a part in this too. It's not easy to separate myself from my ego. It's right here beside me. It shows up when I coach, when I write, when I talk about myself, when I interact with the world. And while I try to keep it in check, sometimes it just sneaks in. The I know best part of me wanting to help or fix or advise. That's when I have to catch myself. Maybe they just need me to listen and not fix whatever it is they're going through. Honestly, I don't have all the answers. I think the work is to be present to what is needed at the time, to listen and help if asked. It starts with listening and being fully present without interpreting someone else's experience through your own. It's really about setting your ego aside because none of us have all the answers. That's not an easy thing to master. It takes vigilance and constant awareness. So let me ask you, how do you want to show up in the world? Do you show up the same way in your personal life as you do professionally? What might happen if you let your ego take a back seat and lead with your heart? When's the last time you had an honest conversation about you, your values, your fears, your hopes, your dreams, your ego? I invite you to take a deeper look at who you are, ego and all, what drives you, and how is that reflected in who you are being? Because the more we understand how we show up, the more we can choose how we want to show up. With love, with awareness, and with authenticity. Thanks for listening. Until next time.